As crazy as TikTok and Instagram Reels already are, they just got even crazier. This is great because it combines my two loves, search engine optimization and short form video content. Let me share some background. Google is turbocharging user-generated content. Last year, Reddit was number 80 in market share in the search engine results pages. It was number 80. This year, it's number 5. Quora is way up. In fact, Reddit and Quora have taken such high market share in Google that people are literally stealing other people's content and copy pasting them onto Reddit and Quora, and the duplicate content is outranking the original. That's how much user-generated content is up. I have a theory as to why this is. SEOs are just complaining about it. Very few people are actually theorizing why. Google will tell you that it's because people want more answers from user-generated content versus long articles or even short articles on blogs. People want the short user-generated content on forums especially where there's comments, because people will challenge the ideas of the original posts. And in blogs, you don't really get that. And it's very often that people will Google something and then add the word Reddit to it because they want to see results from Reddit specifically. That's what Google will say, and that's what lots of SEOs will say. I think that's part of it, but I think there's a whole other part which Google and the SEOs are not saying. And I think that is because so many SEOs have started overloading their sites and gaining Google with AI-generated content that Google has a harder time now trusting blogs. Doesn't mean that they don't do it, especially if the keyword is non-competitive, then they will still do it. That's why bottom of funnel keywords are so great, because they're oftentimes very high converting, but they're also very non-competitive. But the top of funnel stuff, what used to be 3,000 word article type stuff, a lot of these are just being generated by AI. The answers are wrong. Google doesn't want to serve wrong answers. Reddit is more likely to be right. That's my theory as to why. But what it ends up being is Google is just giving so much priority to user-generated content. The SEOs only really talk about Reddit and Quora and forums, but what they don't mention, and what I realized that I had been noticing a lot myself, is TikTok and Instagram Reels, but especially TikTok. Especially TikTok. YouTube Shorts too, but TikTok as well. I don't have specific examples because I didn't realize this until right before this podcast that, oh my God, I had this revelation right before recording this. But I'm going to start saving examples from the SERPs. But basically what I'm seeing is I will make a video, a short form vertical video. And then after I put up the video, I'll start thinking about it more. Maybe somebody will ask something in the comments that will get me to think about it more. Maybe it will be weeks later and it will come back into my mind and I'll want to do research on it. Maybe even months later. And so I'll start researching it. And then what I will see when I Google the subject is I will see myself and my own video at the top of the search engine results pages. And then I noticed that I would see this for a lot of searches. I see myself very often, but I see lots of other vertical videos. Lots from TikTok, YouTube Shorts as well. Maybe Instagram Reels, but I can't remember if it's Instagram Reels yet, but I see a lot of shorts and I see a lot of TikToks. And it hit me. It hit me hard right before recording this. TikTok and YouTube Shorts, but especially TikTok, because TikTok gives higher engagement. That's part of what it is. Okay, these platforms are like a blue ocean for keyword use. And so the takeaway from this episode of The Edward Show, episode 348, oh my gosh, of my daily digital marketing podcast. The takeaway is to be very thoughtful before putting up videos and just think for a second, are there any keywords that you could use at the beginning of the video description? Now, why is TikTok? I think TikTok might actually have a very high market share. And I think the reason for that is Google's algorithm when it comes to user-generated content. This is what I have observed. It doesn't recommend all user-generated content. It recommends user-generated content that has decent engagement. And the thing about YouTube Shorts versus TikTok is it's a lot easier to get a small amount of engagement, even a lot. It's just easier to get engagement on TikTok than YouTube Shorts, or at least it is for me and several others, several of my friends. And so I think TikTok is this massive opportunity, but what I do, it doesn't even matter because my videos come out everywhere. But oh, you know what? TikTok has longer descriptions than YouTube Shorts. YouTube Shorts, you can only add a description of 100 characters. I add super long descriptions to TikTok. So I think the play is to think if there's a keyword that you want to try targeting, put it at the beginning of a TikTok, add a good amount of copy, and try to make the TikTok good enough to get some engagement. And that might be good enough to rank, because I see my videos showing up into search engine results pages so often, and so many others so often. And we know that Google is prioritizing user-generated content. We also know that people prefer short-form content versus long-form with a lot of things. Not everything, but a lot of things. For example, one of the readers of my newsletter, he made a video, I think it was just like how to do a kickflip on a scooter. That video got around 200,000 views, all from search on YouTube. And it was a short. It was a YouTube short. It was like 30 seconds or something. And people just wanted the short explanation or the short answer versus a longer video. Lots of people just wanted the short version. When I'm at the gym and I want to work on my deadlift form, I'm not watching a 2-minute, 5-minute or more video on how to do a deadlift. I'm going on shorts or TikTok. Actually, this was, I think, 2 weeks ago, and I wanted to work on my deadlift form. I went on TikTok. I watched a video about how to do deadlifts, and I changed my form, and the video was 15 seconds long, and that's what I wanted. So people want user-generated content. Google wants to serve user-generated content, and people want quick answers and engaging answers. And so short-form video content is great. It's great for all of those things that users want and that Google wants. So I think short-form vertical video content is this tremendous opportunity that so many SEOs and digital marketers are overlooking because they are uncomfortable getting in front of the camera, or they don't know who to hire to get in front of the camera. And so it is this crazy opportunity that is going overlooked. I'm going to play around with this myself. I think it is crazy. And the next couple of times that you're searching Google, pay attention to see if you see videos in the search engine results pages. I think it's such a wild opportunity that nobody is talking about, everybody is overlooking, and very few SEOs will actually do, because most SEOs, they want to write, and they are not comfortable doing what I am doing right now, which is getting in front of a camera. But I do it all. I do it all. I do it all because, well, I like this. I like what I do. But also, when I got into digital marketing, I really didn't know much, and I was very insecure about it. And I made the decision, I want to be the nastiest digital marketer. I'm also very competitive, and I'm far past the insecurity. But now I'm like, just want to be the nastiest digital marketer. But also I have fun with it. That's really important. I say this all the time. The best shortcut is the long cut, but the only way to actually do the long cut is to do something that you like. So find something that you like and then go really hard. So I like this. I like this stuff. But I like the opportunity that I think TikTok might yield. And if it's not TikTok, maybe it's YouTube Shorts, because like I said, my videos come out everywhere. But TikTok gives long descriptions and easier engagement. So TikTok might be easier to rank with. That's a novel realization that I had for this episode of The Edward Show. It's my first full day back in New York. I woke up at 7. I went straight to the financial district, to the World Trade Center, to make content. And I went up to my friend's rooftop, which I'm actually going to record some podcasts from. And it has this crazy view of Midtown Manhattan. I made a few videos there. I made a few videos in front of the World Trade Center. The videos are doing pretty well. I'm really impressed. And it is amazing to be back in New York. I have so many people hitting me up, asking me to have coffee, to hang out. And I hope all of you are as loved as I am, because it's really good. Or just loved. Hope you guys are very loved. I really do. And I hope you get some incredible traction with all the marketing stuff that I am talking about. I think this one is good. I'm hyped to try this. I mean, it's crazy how many of my videos show up in the search engine results pages or in Google Images. Just how often I see my face when I am doing searches. And so that's what caused me really to realize this, because I do put long descriptions now on TikTok, but I'm not very thoughtful with my keyword usage. And I wonder, could I be thoughtful with my keyword usage and rank really easily? And so I think that's an opportunity. This is episode 348 of my daily digital marketing podcast. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for listening. I will talk to you again tomorrow. Bye now.